Welcome back to my channel. This is part 2 of the natural vegetation and wildlife series. Part 1 is already there in the channel. You can just go and see the video. Two things that I would like to say about part 1 series. First, I'm extremely sorry because I wanted to do it in landscape mode. It went back to portrait mode. I'm extremely new to video recording and stuff, so sorry for that. And second is actually in a hurry, by mistake I told that the eastern slope of Western Ghats falls in the windward side. Actually it falls in the leeward side, and hence the lesser rainfall as compared to the western slope of Western Ghats. Fine, so now let's come back to the part 2. Over here we'll just talk about the types of vegetation. The first type of vegetation that we would be talking about is tropical rainforest, which is also known as evergreen forest, because trees do not shed their leaves as in the case of deciduous forest in particular seasons. They shed the leaves throughout the year, but it is not seasonal where you can really find that there is no leaf in the tree. So this type of forest or vegetation is basically characterized by heavy rainfall, which is more than 200 centimeter. Just remember 2 trees and 2 animals from each type of vegetation. Here try to remember cinchona, rubber or mahogany and ebony, and in animals perhaps elephants and monkey, and one-horned rhinoceros, which is only found in Assam and West Bengal. So tropical rainforest is done. Now let's see tropical deciduous forest. It is also known as monsoon forest, and it is most widespread in India. So if it is asked which type of forest is mostly found in India, it is tropical deciduous forest. They can be moist or dry depending on the amount of rainfall they receive. So if the amount of rainfall is above 100 centimeters and below 200 centimeters, it is called moist tropical deciduous forest. TDF is tropical deciduous forest. If you want, you can see which are the locations that basically have this kind of forest. Eastern slopes of Western Ghats, east, northeast, foothills of Himalayas. The major type of trees, just remember 2, teak and bamboos. Let's now go to dry tropical deciduous forest. See, the one thing I want to clear is these are memorizing stuff, and yes, you have to use little bit of brains, but then definitely you have to do a lot of memorization. So don't just keep it right before the exam. Revise it 2-3 times before you finally revise before the exam. Otherwise the information would just be too much to process. Okay, so now coming to dry tropical deciduous forest. So places which receive below 100 centimeters of rain but definitely above 70 are included in this category. You can see Bihar, UP, Peninsula Plateau is in this category. 2 trees, try to remember, teak and sal. It is better from there also you remember teak and bamboo. Here it is teak and sal. Animals would be lion and tiger. It is very important because if you know the national X animal and the national present animal, both are in this type of forest. So dry tropical deciduous forest, lion, tiger, teak and sal. Now coming to the third category of vegetation that we have, which is the thorn forest and scrub. So remember that though India consists mostly of tropical deciduous forest, we have a combination of almost all type of forest. So the thorn forest and scrub, so based on the name you should know that they get less rainfall, which is less than 70 centimeter. The places, obviously think of the desert areas, which is in the western part of the country, northwestern part. So what are the states over there? Think about it: Gujarat, Rajasthan, say western Madhya Pradesh, Haryana. 2 kind of plants that you have to remember, trees that you have to remember, is cactus and palms. Cactus is definitely symbolic of a desert region, so you can easily remember it. Palms, because when you think of an oasis, try to remember that there is always palm tree around. So yes, palms. One thing you need to remember about these trees are they are really scattered because there is no rainfall. They don't want to be very close to each other because the roots are extremely long and penetrating because they want to derive the maximum water. So if two trees are there together, then they might have a possible fight over the water. So they maintain distance, scatter themselves, have long roots. Leaves are basically thick leaves, waxy covering, so that they don't lose much of water. They have thorns in the form of instead of leaves, and yeah, stems are succulent. Animals, yeah, you can basically think about camel, the easy option, maybe wild ass or rabbits, anything which you could remember. Okay, so remembering these is not important, but just in case it comes, you should always be prepared. Fourth is montane forest. Okay, wait, first let's revise. So the first type of forest that we did was tropical evergreen forest, which was also known as the tropical rainforest. Then we talked about tropical deciduous forest, which had two in types, which is the moist and dry. Third, we talked about the thorn forest and scrubs, which is basically the desert forest. Fourth, we are talking about the montane forest. Based on the name, you can just make a very easy guess that it is related to the mountain. So remember, in the mountain also there are different phases or stages of vegetation. So if you are in the extreme ground level, say till 2000 meter, it will be wet temperate. The above you move in the ladder, it will lead to more and more sparse vegetation like alpine, grassland, and ultimately might lead into tundra. Just I'm focusing this on the figure. You can draw it on your paper and save it later, just in case you require it later. Okay, so yeah, now it is zooming in properly. You can, yeah. So what do you find over here? Try to guess. When you're in the mountains, what will you find? Obviously moses, lichens you'll find. Apart from that, you'll find Kashmir stag, snow leopard, wild sheep, spotted deer, yak, so red panda. All these animals have fur or thick skin. Then coming to the ultimate category, the fifth one in today's discussion, which is called the mangrove forests. It is also known as the tidal forest. So this is a very interesting combination because it is a combination of land and water. So basically the roots of these mangrove forests are immersed inside the water. So it is basically found in the delta region where the land and the water meet. Ganga, Mahanadi, Krishna, Kaveri, Godavari, Brahmaputra. In all these delta, you will find mangrove forest, and these are very enriched forest with very good species of plants and fish. So over here the Sundari trees is very famous because from this tree only the Sundarbans derive their name from the Sundari trees. So the Sundari trees you should remember. Apart from it, you can just remember maybe coconut or palm, anything. Remember, palm was also in desert near the oasis, so obviously here there is water, so palm will be there. In the animal category, definitely remember the Royal Bengal tiger. It is in the mangrove forest. Apart from that, you can remember, say, crocodile, gharial, or turtle. Okay, so let's go for a quick revision. When we talked about natural vegetation, we divided into 5 types. The first type was tropical rainforest, above 200 centimeter of rainfall, elephant and monkey, rubber and cinchona. Trees are very tall and evergreen. Second, we talked about tropical deciduous forest, also known as monsoon forest, mostly found in India in every part. They are basically moist and dry based on the water they receive from rains. The moist tropical deciduous forests are found in east, northeast, eastern slopes of Western Ghats. They have teak and sal. Then dry tropical deciduous forests are basically in the plains of Bihar and UP, again teak and sal. lion and tiger. Just remember lion, tiger, teak and sal. Then we went to the desert forest or the thorn forest and scrubs, less than 70 centimeter. Just think about the desert areas, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Western Haryana, Western Madhya Pradesh. We talked about cactus and palms over here. Long roots, trees are scattered, leaves are waxy. From here, two animals you can remember: wild ass and camel. Then the last was the second last was the montane forest. Over here we talked about a tundra, Kashmiri stag, spotted deer, and the most important thing is they are also further categorized like the wet temperate, coniferous, temperate grasslands, tundra. Not very important, just remember oaks and chestnut, two type of trees. Here just remember also that Gujars and Bakarwals, two important tribes, stay in this montane forest. They are nomadic tribes, just in case you are asked in exam. Ultimately, the mangrove forest, which are known as the tidal forest, in the tidal zone, roots are submerged in water. Ganga, Mahanati, Krishna, Godavari, Kaveri, Brahmaputra delta. Sundari trees are very important and palm is very important. This may be a little bit difficult considering the number of things you have to remember, but if you remember it in a logical way, that above 200 centimeter tropical rainforest, below 200 centimeter what can be the possible answer, below 70 centimeter obviously desert, then mountain, then mangrove. If you kind of remember all these things, it will be kind of easy and it will make you more confident before the examinations.